Container gardening is one of the most rewarding ways to grow plants, whether you're working with limited space or simply prefer the flexibility of movable pots. But despite its many advantages, container gardening can come with its own set of challenges. A lot of beginners make mistakes that can lead to disappointing results or even plant failure. In this video, we're going to take a deep dive into 5 common mistakes you must never make when container gardening, and how to avoid them so that your plants grow healthy, vibrant, and thriving in their containers. We'll be focusing on key aspects like drainage, soil quality, watering, plant selection, and container size, all of which play a huge role in ensuring your success as a container gardener. So grab your favorite container and let's get started. It's time to take your container gardening game to the next level. 1. Using the wrong container size is one of the most crucial factors in the success of your container garden. If the container is too small or too large for your plant, it can create long-term issues that can stunt growth or lead to plant death. Understanding the right container size for your plants is essential for their health and vitality. Why size matters. The size of the container directly affects the plant's root development. A container that is too small doesn't allow the roots to expand, leading to root-bound plants that suffer from poor water absorption, nutrient uptake, and overall growth. This can manifest in signs like yellowing leaves, slow growth, and plants that seem to stop thriving despite proper care. In contrast, a container that is too large will retain excess moisture in the soil, leading to overwatering. This excess moisture may create an environment prone to root rot, especially in plants that don't require constant dampness. Essentially, your plant's roots are at the mercy of the container's size and its ability to allow proper drainage and airflow. The solution: aim for a container that is large enough to accommodate the plant's root system, but not so large that it leads to excess moisture retention. As a general guideline, small plants, such as herbs or small flowers, typically need containers that are around 6 to 12 inches in diameter. Medium plants like leafy greens, small tomatoes, or peppers thrive in containers 12 to 18 inches in diameter, or 3 to 5 gallon pots. Larger plants, such as larger tomatoes, peppers, and dwarf fruit trees, require a 5-gallon or larger container, preferably 18 to 24 inches wide. Trees and shrubs that are container grown should be placed in larger containers with plenty of room for root expansion, at least 20 gallons or more. The goal is to strike the right balance between the size of the root ball and the space available for growth. It's better to start with a container that's slightly too small than one that's too big, as this will allow the plant to establish its root system before expanding further. 2. Poor drainage. Poor drainage is one of the top causes of plant stress in container gardening. Without proper drainage, water can build up in the bottom of the pot, creating soggy conditions that can suffocate the roots, promote fungal diseases, and lead to root rot. Why drainage matters. In nature, plants have the ability to establish roots in the ground, where water naturally drains away. However, in containers, the plant's roots are restricted to the space within the pot. Without proper drainage, the soil will hold onto excess water, which creates a waterlogged environment that deprives the roots of oxygen. This leads to several issues. Root rot. The roots need to breathe to take up nutrients and water, and stagnant water can cause the roots to suffocate and decay. Fungal infections. The excess moisture promotes the growth of harmful fungi like Pythium, Fusarium, or Phytophthora, which can infect the roots and kill the plant. Stunted growth. Even if root rot doesn't set in, the excess moisture can slow down the plant's growth, causing it to struggle in absorbing nutrients effectively. Pest issues. Standing water in the bottom of a container can become a breeding ground for mosquitoes and other pests. The solution: ensuring your containers have proper drainage is one of the most important steps you can take to ensure your plants thrive. Follow these steps for optimal drainage. Check drainage holes. Ensure that your container has adequate drainage holes at the bottom. If the pot doesn't have any, drill a few at the bottom, making sure they're large enough for excess water to escape freely. Layering for extra drainage. Before adding soil, place a layer of gravel, small stones, or broken ceramic pieces at the bottom of the pot. This creates a drainage reservoir that ensures water flows freely through the soil without accumulating at the base. It also prevents the soil from compacting, which can reduce drainage. Use pot feet or risers Elevating your container slightly off the ground can help encourage water flow through the drainage holes. You can use small pot feet or plant risers to keep the base of the container elevated. Consider self-watering containers. Self-watering containers often have a water reservoir at the bottom that allows for consistent moisture levels while preventing overwatering. These containers can be especially helpful for plants that prefer slightly moist soil but are prone to rot if overwatered. Soil selection. Along with ensuring your container has good drainage, make sure you're using a well-draining potting mix. Garden soil is too dense for containers and will hold on to too much water. Instead, use a potting mix designed specifically for containers. You can also add perlite, vermiculite, or sand to improve drainage and air circulation within the soil. 3. Using the wrong soil mix. When it comes to container gardening, choosing the right soil mix is one of the most crucial factors for plant health. Using garden soil or the wrong type of potting mix can lead to poor drainage, root compaction, and nutrient deficiencies, all of which can stunt plant growth and even kill them. Why soil matters? Soil in containers is fundamentally different from garden soil because it needs to provide everything the plant requires for growth in a confined space. Plants rely on the soil for nutrients, moisture retention, and oxygen. If the soil is too heavy, compact, or poorly draining, the roots cannot get the oxygen and nutrients they need to thrive. Garden soil often contains heavier particles, which can quickly become compacted in containers, leading to poor aeration, waterlogged conditions, and root rot. Additionally, garden soil doesn't have the appropriate nutrient balance to meet the specific needs of container plants, which require lightweight, well-draining, nutrient-rich soil to flourish. The solution: the best option for container gardening is a high-quality, well-draining potting mix. These mixes are designed to meet the specific needs of plants growing in confined spaces. They contain a combination of organic matter, peat moss, perlite, and sometimes vermiculite, which helps retain moisture while allowing for proper drainage and air circulation. Why choose potting mix? Light and fluffy texture. Potting mixes are lighter and fluffier than garden soil, preventing compaction and ensuring the roots have enough space to grow. Nutrient-rich. These mixes typically contain balanced nutrients tailored for container plants, which allows them to thrive without needing frequent fertilization. Improved drainage. Potting mixes are specially formulated to allow excess water to drain, which is critical to prevent root rot. When selecting potting mix, look for one designed for container gardening. There are also specialized mixes depending on your plant's needs, such as cactus and succulent mixes. These are made with sand and gravel to improve drainage, which is ideal for plants that don't like moisture retention. Vegetable and herb mixes. These are enriched with additional nutrients to support the rapid growth of vegetables and herbs which need more feeding. Acidic soil mixes. If you're growing plants that need acidic soil, such as blueberries, look for mixes that lower the pH, such as those containing peat moss. If you want to create a custom mix, you can combine regular potting mix with compost for added organic matter, or perlite to enhance drainage. For heavier feeding plants like tomatoes and peppers, you can add a slow-release fertilizer to the mix, ensuring that the plants have a steady supply of nutrients throughout the growing season. 4. Overwatering or underwatering. Watering is one of the most critical and often tricky aspects of container gardening. Too much water or too little can harm your plants, but finding that sweet spot can make all the difference. One of the most common mistakes is either overwatering or underwatering, and both can lead to plant stress and disease. Why watering matters? In container gardening, the soil dries out much faster than in the ground because containers have limited space and tend to heat up quicker. Overwatering leads to waterlogged soil, which suffocates the roots and promotes root rot. Conversely, underwatering causes the soil to dry out, leading to wilting leaves, stunted growth, and eventual plant death if left unchecked. Signs of overwatering: yellowing leaves. When plants are overwatered, the roots become waterlogged and cannot properly absorb nutrients, leading to yellowing of the lower leaves. Root rot. If the soil stays too wet for too long, the roots may begin to rot. You may notice a musty smell or blackened, mushy roots when you check the plant. Fungus or mold growth. Excess moisture encourages the growth of fungi and mold on the soil surface and around the base of the plant. Signs of underwatering: wilting. The most obvious sign of underwatering is wilting, especially in the hottest parts of the day. If the plant remains wilted even after watering, the root system is likely compromised. Crispy leaves. Dry leaves with a crispy texture, especially at the tips and edges, are a clear sign of underwatering. The plant is unable to access enough water to maintain hydration. Dry soil. If the soil feels dry and crumbly and doesn't clump together when you squeeze it, your plant may be suffering from underwatering. The solution: the key to avoiding both overwatering and underwatering is to establish a consistent watering routine and to check the moisture levels before watering. How to water properly. Check soil moisture. Stick your finger into the soil about an inch deep. If it feels dry, it's time to water. If it's still moist, it's time to wait. Hold off. For deep-rooted plants, you may need to check deeper than an inch to assess soil moisture. Water thoroughly. When you water, do so thoroughly so that the entire root system receives hydration. Water the base of the plant, not the leaves, to prevent fungal diseases. Ensure that excess water drains out of the bottom of the container. TQ, this is a sign that the water has reached the root system. Water consistently. It's important to water on a regular schedule, especially during the warmer months when containers dry out more quickly. If you're away often, consider using self-watering containers or water reservoirs to keep moisture consistent. Some plants may need daily watering in hot, dry conditions, while others, like succulents, only need to be watered once a week or so. Consider the plant's needs. Drought-tolerant plants. If you're growing succulents, cacti, or other drought-tolerant plants, they typically require less frequent watering. Allow the soil to dry out completely before watering again. Water-loving plants. On the other hand, plants like tomatoes, lettuce, and herbs will need more consistent moisture, particularly during the growing season. Other tips. Morning watering. Water your plants in the morning to allow the soil to dry out before evening. This reduces the risk of mildew and mold, which can thrive in damp, cool conditions. Check drainage. If your container doesn't have proper drainage, it can lead to water pooling at the bottom of the pot. Ensure your container has adequate drainage holes, and if needed, elevate the pot slightly to allow better airflow. 5. Not choosing the right plants for containers. One of the most common and impactful mistakes gardeners make is selecting plants that are not suitable for container gardening. Not every plant thrives in the restricted space and environmental conditions of a pot, and choosing the wrong plant can lead to stunted growth, poor health, and disappointing results. It's essential to consider the plant's needs, its growth habits, and its suitability for life in a confined container environment. Why plant selection matters. Plants have unique growth habits and environmental needs that must be met to thrive. When growing in containers, the soil volume is limited, the roots don't have as much space to spread, and moisture and nutrients can be more difficult to manage. Container gardening is also more vulnerable to temperature fluctuations, pests, and diseases, which may not affect plants growing in the ground to the same extent. In the right conditions, container gardening can work beautifully, but if the plant isn't suited to pots, it can suffer from stunted growth. Plants may become root-bound or lack the space to grow their root system fully, which limits nutrient and water absorption. Nutrient deficiencies. Limited soil means that plants may quickly use up the available nutrients, requiring more frequent fertilizing. If a plant is not well suited to the conditions of the container, it may not respond well to added nutrients. Watering issues. Some plants need more water than others, and some are more tolerant of dry conditions, so choosing the wrong plant can lead to either drought stress or root rot, especially in containers that retain water or dry out too quickly. The solution: how to choose the right plants for containers. To ensure your container garden thrives, here are several strategies for selecting the right plants. 1. Opt for compact varieties. If you're growing vegetables, flowers, or herbs, always look for dwarf, bush, or patio varieties that are bred specifically for container gardening. These plants typically have a smaller, more compact root system, making them better suited for the limited space in a container. For example, tomatoes. Instead of growing large varieties that need extensive root space, opt for determinate varieties, bush types, like Tiny Tim, Balcony, or Patio Princess, which are bred for container gardens and won't grow too large or tall. Cucumbers. Look for bush cucumbers or compact varieties like bush champion, which grow well in small spaces without needing sprawling vines. Peppers. For a great container pepper, try mini bell or chili pepper, which grow well in pots and produce lots of fruits without taking up much room. 2. Consider growth habits and root space. When choosing plants for containers, it's important to consider how the plant grows and how much root space it needs. Deep-rooted plants. Certain plants like carrots, parsnips, and sunflowers require deep, expansive root systems. While these can grow in containers, they need a deeper pot, at least 12 inches deep, to give their roots ample space to stretch out. Shallow-rooted plants. On the other hand, herbs like basil, thyme, parsley, oregano, lettuce, and spinach have shallow roots and do well in smaller, more shallow containers. These plants need less root space and can thrive in smaller pots or window boxes. 3. Consider light and temperature requirements. The amount of light and heat a plant needs will dictate whether it will do well in a container on your balcony, patio, or windowsill. Full sun plants. Plants that need full sun require at least 6 to 8 hours of direct sunlight per day. Examples include tomatoes, peppers, herbs like rosemary and thyme, and flowers like geraniums. These plants are great for spots that receive abundant sunlight throughout the day, such as rooftops, south-facing balconies, or patios. Partial shade plants. Some plants thrive in partial shade, meaning they do well with 3 to 6 hours of sunlight a day or dappled light. Leafy greens such as lettuce, spinach, and kale, along with herbs like mint, cilantro, and parsley, tend to grow best in partial shade. These plants are ideal for spots that receive indirect sunlight or for areas with some shading during the afternoon heat. Shade-loving plants. If you have areas with little to no direct sunlight, you can still grow plants. Ferns, begonias, and caladiums are shade-loving plants that thrive in low-light conditions, making them perfect for shady corners, patios, or balconies that are tucked away from direct sunlight. 4. Consider growth speed and maintenance. Some plants grow quickly and require frequent attention, e.g. tomatoes, peppers, or zucchini, while others, like herbs and lettuce, can be relatively low maintenance and grow more slowly. Consider how much time you want to devote to your container garden. Fast growers, radishes, lettuce, and herbs such as basil grow quickly and can be harvested in a matter of weeks. These are great options for gardeners looking for fast rewards and easy maintenance. Slow growers. Tomatoes, peppers, and eggplants often need more patience and care. They may take longer to mature, but they provide long-lasting yields and are a good choice if you're looking for more substantial crops. Low-maintenance plants. Herbs like mint, thyme, and rosemary are relatively easy to grow in containers and require minimal upkeep. They thrive with little attention, making them ideal for busy gardeners. 5. Check for disease resistance. Plants grown in containers are more susceptible to disease due to restricted airflow and moisture. Look for disease-resistant varieties, especially for vegetables. Many modern plant varieties are bred specifically for disease resistance, which is especially important in a confined environment like a container. For example, tomatoes. Choose varieties that are resistant to common diseases like blight or fusarium wilt. Better Boy and Celebrity are disease-resistant options that can be grown in containers. Peppers. Varieties like sweet banana pepper and bell peppers are less likely to suffer from common pests or diseases when grown in pots. Container-specific plant recommendations. For vegetables, bush tomatoes. Varieties like Patio Princess or Tiny Tim grow well in pots and are ideal for smaller spaces. Leafy greens, lettuce, spinach, and arugula grow well in shallow containers and can tolerate partial shade. Herbs. Most herbs, including basil, oregano, parsley, and mint, are excellent choices for container gardens. For flowers, petunias, geraniums, marigolds, and begonias are colorful, compact, and do well in containers. Fuchsias and impatiens are perfect for hanging baskets or pots that receive partial to full shade. For fruits, strawberries, ideal for containers, especially hanging baskets or strawberry pots. Dwarf fruit trees. Varieties like dwarf apples, lemons, and oranges are perfect for growing in larger pots and produce fruit in smaller spaces.